Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Thanks for coming back by the BellisarioSonic YouTube channel from the heart of the Deep South on the outskirts of Birmingham, Alabama, where we talk about music, records, do record reviews, interviews, and more. We are closing out this wonderful week that I've had the opportunity of reviewing all these fantastic albums off the Cellar Music Group label out of Vancouver, Canada. One of my favorite independent record labels for sure. And this first quarter has really been incredible. This is starting off 2025 with a bang. A lot of different albums that have come out here in 2025, and there's going to be a lot more to come, I'm sure. So if you missed the review right before this one, you got to go back and listen to this Eric Alexander album. This is a badass album. These guys are smoking on this. I really think this is incredible. So go back and check that out. If you missed my other reviews that I did, my vinyl reviews, check out the John Bentley review. This is fantastic soul jazz album. Wonderful conceptions by Jeffrey Dean Quartet. Awesome modern jazz record. Very beautiful playing. Great compositions. Paul Piggott presents Cousin Harley. This was wonderful. Jump blues swinging from the West Coast kind of thing. Awesome. We had Sound Elements, the fantastic jazz concept album by Ellen Friedlander. This is wonderful. And we had the ladies, really, this is a fantastic record, The Empress. And this, I mean, a fun record, straight ahead jazz with all kinds of great standards on here. I can't say more about this album. So we're going to close out today, however, with Nick Hempton and Cory Weeds himself, the founder of Cellar Music Group, called Horns Locked. I have not heard this. I just loaded the CD into the CD player here. And we're going to listen to some tracks off of here. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about these two guys before we play the album. This looks like it's a pretty interesting record because it was recorded at two different places. It looks like part of it was recorded at Frankie's Jazz Club live, and then the other part was recorded in the studio at Aero Studios, which was also a live recording in the sense that there were no edits made. They just went into the studio, they played the song one, maybe twice. That was it. So you've got 8 tunes on here. Cory, of course, from Burnaby, British Columbia. His interest in jazz began in secondary school. He chose to pursue his education, attending the Capilano University and University of North Texas. At the age of 26, he purchased a jazz club in Vancouver, which he named the Cellar Jazz Club. He owned this for many years, and that's how really the label got started. If you missed the conversation I've had Cory on the channel a couple of times, and we've had some great discussions about jazz, about his career and his label, and hopefully I'll be able to have him back on here soon to talk about all these great records that I've reviewed, because these are fantastic. But so he started his label there at the Cellar Music Group, and it was Cellar Live, now Cellar Music Group label, which started in 2001. The rest, they say, is history. Cory has at least 23 albums as a leader, and he's played on a ton as a sideman and as a man wearing many hats, include running this incredible jazz label, which now has several hundred releases under its belt. And it's hard for me to just keep up with all of these releases. He's doing so much. And Nick Hempton is an alto and tenor sax player, composer, and band leader. And he says he was influenced by great legends like Dexter Gordon, Sonny Stitt, Cannonball Adderley. He grew up in Sydney, and he learned jazz the old-fashioned way. I read up a little bit about him, and he said that the jam sessions were really where he learned to play jazz. And hopefully I can have him on the channel, because I love to talk to him. I love talking to musicians, and especially about jam session experiences and that kind of thing. But he played a lot of sessions at Sydney's famous Harbor Bridge. He worked a year at sea on a cruise ship, raising funds so that he could go to New York City in 2004. From 2005 to 2016, he led his own Nick Hempton band, and he's built a strong reputation in New York City, and really is seen as an energetic front man. He does an organ band format, hard bop, quartets, quintets. He's traveled all over the world, U.S., Europe, Australia, China, Southeast Asia. He's made numerous television and radio appearances, And he also does jazz education. So he does private lessons, master classes, teaches the old and the young. He has 11 albums as a leader or co-leader. Now this album here, I'm just going to give you what Nick says about this album and how it came about. He says, in the summer of 2024, I made one of my regular visits to Vancouver to reunite with soulful co-conspirators Jesse Cahill and Nick Peck for a weekend at Frankie's, which is the city's legendary jazz club, which I have to visit sometime, by the way. I really have to make a trip there. Now, he says, after some cajoling, tenor legend Corey Weeds agreed to join us on stage to form a two-horn quartet. Mics were set up, favorite tunes were chosen, cocktails consumed, and with the Frankie's crowd there in fine fettle, urging us on with stomps and hollers, we laid down a set of hard-driving soul jazz. So again, I haven't heard this, so I'm looking forward to this. He says, in between shows, to balance the live reel, the cats and I descended into the murky shadows of a grungy basement studio, the carpeted walls dripping with years of accumulated funk. In keeping with the free-blowing feel of the club gig, the studio session took place live with no isolation, no safety net, and in the subterranean twilight, we knocked out a set of swingers in a couple of hours, each tune needing only 1 or 2 takes. He says, Weeds and I are longtime friends and mutual admirers, and it was a gas to engage in a little sporting, good-natured combat, tipping our hats to the great two-tenor matchups of the past. Dexter Gordon, Herschel Evans, Gene Ammons, Sonny Stitt, Johnny Griffin, Eddie Lockjaw Davis. And while we were wailing, Peck and Cahill were getting down to serious business, lighting the fire and keeping it burning until the last note faded. The repertoire reveals our musical heroes, tunes penned by the giants of the tenor, Dexter, Stitt, James Moody, plus a couple of down the pipe originals for good measure. The resorts is this album, Horns Locked, a joyful collection of hard-swinging soul jazz that I hope will bring a smile to your face, a pat to your foot, and maybe even lift a load off your shoulders. So that is Nick Hempton talking about this. We're going to play it right now. Let's spin the first tune off the CD here, only available on CD. So again, I'm doing CD reviews because nobody else is doing them, for one, and B, why miss out on great music just because it's not available on vinyl? So again, well worth picking up on CD if you like the music. So I have not heard this yet. I'm sure I'm going to like it, but let's take it for a spin. Here's track 1, Last Train from Overbrook, James Moody tune. Mixed and mastered by Sheldon Zaharko, engineered by Oliver Conway. This track recorded at Aero Studios. organ and bowl speakers. Nick Peck on the organ, Hammond B3. Jesse Cahill on the drums. Favors the right side, the drums do. So more kind of a classic mix. Sounds very good. Wonderful. Smoking Hammond B3 playing, huh? Nice, that's pretty smoking. So this next tune is called Change for a Dollar. This is a live recording from Frankie's Jazz Club from October 2023. Mix. A little bit more of a traditional type of mix. The panning, nice and deft and warm. And of course, with this kind of dual sax thing, you kind of got to do it that way, in my opinion. Give that classic swinging soul jazz feel. Yeah, it's that rhythm section. Yeah, smoking. very nice recording. You don't hear a lot of change between the first track and this track that's live. So they did a really good job with the mix and the way it's mixed and mastered for sure. This is definitely that Lockjaw, Johnny Griffin kind of thing. Songs range from 5 minutes to 9 minutes, so a lot of room for some jams. like jazz are going to like this. Really cool. I'm going to jump to track 4 called Con Men. And that is back in the studio, Aero Studios. The live session at Frankie's was recorded by Sheldon Zaharko. And the one recorded at Aero Studios was recorded by Oliver Conway. And all of it was mixed and mastered by Sheldon. Record. This is awesome. Straight up hard bop, soul jazz, you can't go wrong here. It's awesome. That organ back in the back, I mean, the really nice depth to this recording. playing too. That B3 sounds fantastic. You hear the crossbowl speakers, but it favors the left side. Drums sound great. Available now, so I'll put the link below. Leave a comment, give a thumbs up. I'll pick a winner and send you a copy of this. Awesome. So I'm going to close out on track 6, which is the one before this, which is a Gene Ammons tune. This is awesome. So I think you got an idea of what this sounds like now. This is pretty cool. Bringing you back to those classic tenor battles. Definitely the Sonny Stitt, Johnny Griffin, Lockjaw Davis kind of stuff here. Recording sounds wonderful. And these tunes kind of go back and forth between the studio session and the live session. So, you know, it's like tracks 1, 3, 4, and 7 are from the studio. Tracks 2, 5, 6, and 8 are from Frankie's Jazz Club. So, and they did a good job of mixing and mastering this, so it's a really nice continuity when you're listening to it. All right, stay tuned. A lot more reviews coming your way. A lot of new jazz, new releases, some more jazz CD reviews are going to be coming your way. You know, a lot of people requested that they wanted jazz CD reviews, so I'm trying to incorporate those in. I stay pretty busy. I'm putting out a new video almost every single day, so I got a lot of stuff to review here. I've got another Atlantic 75th that I'll be doing a Bad Company review as far as rock goes. I've got Shirley Scott here. I've got a George Coleman release here. Yaz Ahmed, her new one is here. I'm gonna review that. I've got like 4 different CDs that are fantastic, off the chart modern jazz stuff I'm gonna be reviewing. So I got a lot of stuff coming your way. So please subscribe. This channel is all about sharing great music, especially jazz music, independent labels, and working jazz artists. So happy listening. We will see you on the next video. Go check this out. Check out the link below. You'll be able to purchase this. This is already out and available. So again, leave your comments, give a thumbs up, you'll have a chance to win this. All right, folks, happy listening. See ya.